All right, brother. And what's your name?
Warren.
Warren.
Yeah, man.
How long you been on the streets for, brother?
Well, I was 8 years. I just got a place, so.
Okay.
I don't want to say I'm homeless, but I'm not. You know.
Through
I just got a
housing,
place.
or?
Yeah.
How long did that take?
7 years.
Took you 7 years to get it?
Yeah.
Another lady I spoke to a few days ago said it took her 13 years.
Wow.
That's insane.
Yeah, but people are dying now a lot quicker. Like, the lists are getting smaller. Like people
So you think they're becoming nicer and getting faster with it?
Yeah, well, because a lot of people died. Like with the fentanyl, right?
Yeah.
People died. So those apartments are get up. Like there's a lot of empties because these people died. You know, people who live like on social assistance.
Right.
A lot of times it could be like they can't hold a job. They get social assistance for addiction.
Right.
And so when they get the check, they spend it on drugs. And,
That makes sense.
And right now, it's the drugs in the street is really bad. It's fentanyl.
Fair enough.
No?
What's your drug of choice, Warren?
Weed.
Weed?
Yeah.
That's a good drug of choice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'd say it's probably this
I've been through it all.
the safest of them all, right?
Yeah, I've been through it all. I snorted anything back in the day, like 20 years ago.
What was your main thing back in the day?
I liked
Up,
coke,
down.
cocaine. I did cocaine. I did heroin.
Okay.
But not needles, snort it. You know,
Okay.
or smoke it. That was 20 years ago.
Okay.
Stopped that.
And you're clean now from all that.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Was that easy?
Yeah, you know, because the body had enough. You know, I
Okay.
just had enough. Just like just had enough.
You woke up one day and you actually
That's
were
it.
just able to say no?
Yeah, because
That's fucking,
yeah,
that's
I
right.
close to dying a couple times.
I mean, fair.
Yeah.
You know, heroin's not marijuana, right?
No, that's right. But you see, weed, it's like $5. You know, it was the whole night.
Weed?
Yeah. We roll up a doobie, 2 doobies out of that, and that's the night. You relax, you can, nice.
Enjoy a movie, eat some
Yeah.
food.
Yeah. It's like, and
So would you
it's a
say
good
your
buzz. It's a
so
good buzz.
would you say your expectation of enjoyment changed? You wanted to be more comfortable during the movies? That
Yeah. Well,
that we didn't
I
like.
didn't like my body feeling like shit, you know, like getting up in the morning, going to the washroom, you feel like shit.
What got you doing it?
I think
Boredom?
I was raised in a family that people, you know, I grew up when people were having fun. They
Okay.
were drinking and partying.
Okay.
So it's
Are you
just,
60s or 70s or 50s?
Yeah, what,
When were you born?
60s.
60s.
1964.
Okay. Okay, it makes sense. Yeah,
60 years
makes
ago.
sense. Makes sense. That's it.
2024,
Feels
right?
weird to say, I bet, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
So I mean, you grew up in a time and place where experimental that was a norm.
Yeah,
Acid
not
was
experimental.
coming out.
I
Acid.
grew up in a family that, you know, they got together and they partied, like they partied for, you know, they drank and had fun,
Yeah.
sang, and you know, and growing up, it's like when you feel good, it's like it reminds me of, like, you know, my mom asked me, why did my sister drink? She said, what made Granny drink? I said, and I told her, I said, you know, Mom, I said, because of growing up, like you know, Papa's house, my
Right.
grandparents' house,
Right.
people getting drunk and stuff like that, you know, and that's why.
You grow up, you kind of see the parents using alcohol or weed or cigarettes as a part of
Yeah, there's no weed back in those days, but just alcohol, yeah.
it was like a sense
also,
of
too, is
relaxing and enjoyment. So it becomes the norm to us when we
Right.
grow up.
And
I get that.
Their philosophy was they'd rather you, like, when you're like 17 years old, they'd
Yep.
rather you, instead of going and drink out in the bush and you can get hurt, beat up,
Yep.
stay home. You want to get hammered, stay home and drink.
I grew up with a family like that as well. They figured it was safer.
Yeah.
Like to keep an eye on you.
Yeah,
At least we know where you are.
Being Irish and French, you know, like it's like they'd rather you drink at home,
Yeah.
and where they can monitor it, you can see it, you know. They give you shots sometimes, you know.
How long have you been sober now, brother?
Well, see, what I do is when I gave up drinking 23 years ago.
Good for you.
But see, now what I do is once in a while I open up a beer and have it. I don't drink anymore. I don't drink. I drink once when
That's
once
power,
in a while.
I guess, right? I mean,
Like once, it could be once every year, twice a year.
you have a couple beers, yeah.
But I used to go every day. I used to get the 12-pack, you know.
Good
Drink
for
that
you.
12-pack every day.
Good for you.
Now it's like it's nice to have a
So
beer and
if it's
a
not
drink.
drugs or alcohol that's keeping you on the streets, what do you think it is right now?
You know what? It's just because number one, it's like I get a low check, covers my rent, and you know, a couple $100 to live on the rest of the month. So if people want to be generous this time of year, you know, I'll take the opportunity.
Yeah.
You know.
So is it difficult for you to get like first and last month's rent?
No, they pay what?
Social assistance or whatever, they would cover that?
Yeah, they cover it.
Oh yeah, that's right. You just got into a place finally.
That's right,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's fantastic, bro.
Yeah.
And how long were you without a stable house? I know you were on and off the
9
streets,
years.
but 9 years?
Yeah. Yeah. But I didn't live indoors either. Like I stayed at shelters once in a while.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough, man. So like
Well, what's that website?
I'll let you. Yeah, I'll send it to you after.
Yeah.
You know, for the younger generation and the viewers that are watching,
Yeah.
that might be in the same position or going through a struggle of themselves. Like, what would you tell them?
I'd say, well, if you're homeless, go into check in a shelter. Try to get into a shelter, and when you see when you get into a shelter, get a worker. They'll have a housing worker. Spend the time, fill the forms out, get on the list for Toronto Housing. That's what I say. The quicker you get on the list for Toronto Housing, if you can walk into a housing building, you walk into a building to Toronto Housing, walk into that building, ask for an application, and just get on the list. And just what I did is I called one day, and they said, yeah, you were trying to get a hold of you. The number we had was no good, so I could have maybe got a little earlier. But yeah, I got
right,
7 years.
7 years,
Yeah,
bro.
I took the building over here in the corner, and I'm happy. I like this area.
Good for you,
Reminds me
man.
where I grew up in Montreal.
Good for you.
Reminds me of West Island Pierreflot.
And do you have any advice for the younger generation, brother?
Yeah, just
Like, what would your words of wisdom be?
seek counsel. Don't be afraid to talk to somebody. Ask for help. Don't suffer inside. Go to a place and see if do you have housing workers, or if you're hungry, try to get into a place. You get into don't be hungry. Don't be on the streets.
Don't be shy. Don't be scared of the position you're in.
That's right. Yeah, just go and ask for help. See if you can get into a shelter. See if there's places that can help you.
Fair enough, man.
Seek advice.
Fair enough, yeah.
And choose your friends wisely.
Oh, man. Well, it was a pleasure
Life is
talking.
Life's never that down. There's always only one way is up.
Oh, fair enough. Happy New Year's, man. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Nice meeting you.
And I'll try to, as I said to your wife, I'll try to set something up so we can put a GoFundMe together for you guys and
That's good.
try to get some community support. Okay, bro?
That's good. Awesome.
Pleasure.
Thank you. God
All right,
bless you,
brother. God bless you.
God bless you.
Take care.